Let's get one of these cameras towards this direction. And we'll choose this one. Boom. And so there we go. And now let's start the second with the Facebookus. And wait for the billboard to come up. Oh my, I don't even have to change the host. So, oh my. THE, the Sunday night Islam show. Bam. Okay, that looks okay. Good enough. Spelled right. Start broadcast. Boom. All right, there we go. There ain't no bald spot back there. Nah, you're imagining things, man. Hair's turning gray, but it ain't going bald just a little bit in front. It used to have a widow's peak. All right, all right, all right. Let's get right to the sponsors. Yeah, you can be one too. Any small business in Stockton, small business is preferred. We'd like to talk about you. Can be any form of business, as long as it's legit and you're within the penal code and other codes of the state of California. All righty, Hotel Furniture Liquidators. They're at 1648 North Shaw Road, nearest cross street, East Fremont, east of 99. Over there by Franklin High School, you can get furniture for your home. Gently used. That is Hotel Furniture Liquidators, 1648 North Shaw Road. Books for your home, for your family, for the library, for friends, neighbors, for kids. Yeah, you can get books at the Miracle Mile Bookstore, 2210 Pacific Avenue, and Doors Book Recyclery, 2310 Pacific Avenue. Plastics is what you're into. Plastics they got at Custom Plastics and Signs. They'll do up fabrication because they do plastic fabrication. That includes doing displays. They'll sell you stock. Yep. Plastic tubes, plastic rods, and plastic sheets. Yeah. The stock. Signage. They got it. They'll make it. Stencils and vehicle and, yes, stencils, they got. They'll make them for you. Whatever you want. Vehicle and boat graphics. Oh, yeah, pretty up that vehicle or boat. You got it. And they do print T-shirts and business cards. That's Custom Plastics and Signs, 326 East Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard at San Joaquin. Make it on down. Millennium Computer Repair. Give them a call in the 209-922-1879. Sarfraz Khan will be on his way to do software and hardware repairs. Parts, they got them. Knowledge of reprogramming, they got it. That is Millennium Computer Repair in the 209. Mobile for you, 209-922-1879. Habitat for Humanity Restore. It's a building supply. It's hardware. They got it. New stuff arriving daily, gently used. You can get it at 4933 Northwest Lane. That's 100 yards south of March Lane. That's the Habitat for Humanity Restore. Donuts. Tender Donuts has them. They bake them daily, starting at 4:30 in the morning. When they're there and up, donuts for you at 1304 East Hammer Lane. Tender Donuts, we bake fresh daily. Make it on down. They're open till 6 daily. Get that Donut Jones fulfilled. at Tender Donuts, 1304 East Hammer. Leaders T-shirt and business card printing gets it done at 500 East Lodi Avenue in Lodi at Garfield. Yep, make it over to Leaders T-shirt and business card printing in Lodi, 500 East Garfield at East Lodi Avenue at Garfield. All rightius. Things going on. Oh, yeah, we got them. Need a haul? Please contact our friends over at Order of the Eagles, number 83, 1492 East Bourbon Street. Nearest cross street, West Lane. Make it over there. Give Manny a call at 462-2828. Again, that's 462-2828 in the 209. We got good things going here in Stockton. You want to be involved with radio, journalism, print journalism, come on down. We're here at 231 East Bedford. We're here 5 days a week, 8 to 5. We don't pay, but you can get a body of work done. All right, all right. And so we're going to continue to march here. Boom. And Kabipto. And so, okay, 7-day forecast. We're going to get you some weather momentarily. Boom. And hazardous weather conditions coming up. First off, let's update the weather report. And that's fairly easily done. Dot weather. Uh-oh. And then a .gov. And that takes us to the National Weather Service. And over California, we got a few magenta spots, and those look to be, I wish I could read this stuff better. They ain't flash flood. They're not winter storm warnings. Oh, they're red flag warnings for high wind. And that's just to the west of us in San Mateo, Sonoma, Napa, Alameda, and Contra Costa counties. Now, along the coast, it looks like we got small craft warnings and gale warnings. And that's about it for California IA. Weather in general, the rest of the state is clear. Okay, let's get to some local weather forecasting here. See what the fellas and the ladies have for us. And coming up in a few seconds. Okay, currently at the Stockton Airport is under hazardous weather conditions, red flag warning until October 8th at 11 a.m. Currently it's fair with 73 degrees, humidity at 23%. Wind speed is 14 miles per hour out of the north-northwest. Barometer is at 29.77 inches of mercury. Dew points at 34 degrees. That's because humidity's low. And visibility at 10 miles. No, I ain't going to answer that phone. It's my phone. And, okay, continue. Well, yeah, I'll turn around and turn it off. Yeah. Okay. I wonder who called. One missed call. Oh, that's my wife. She knows I'm here. Oh, well. I'm not going to call back. Now we got hazardous weather conditions, red flag warning through the night until 11 a.m. Monday. Now it says it's mostly clear, breezy, and then mostly clear with a low of 58. Tomorrow, Columbus Day, October 8th. 12th is technically Columbus Day. High of 82, sunny. Monday night, clear with a low of 60. Tuesday, sunny with a high of 82. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low of 59, it looks to be. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 78. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low of 57. And Thursday, sunny with a high of 79. All righties. Let me get over here and we can move this over to there. And now we got okay, what have we done so far? We've done sponsors, announcements, and weather. Okay, we do have posted up coming up Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of San Joaquin County on this coming Saturday night at 6 p.m. is having come to the party, stay for the game, join us for a special Latino Heritage Day with the Stockton Heat hockey team. So go and have a good time. Purchase your tickets, and doors open at 5 p.m. All righty. Let's get to our show. And let's see, what time are we getting to have here? I like to get the time up. Okay, looks to be 7:41 p.m. And let me get the audition back up. All righty. And again, 7:41 p.m. here at KXVS, the voice of Stockton. And I'm putting up my billboard on the audition. And today's the 7th. And I'll just put Sunday Islam Show, SHOW. Okay, got 7:42 coming up, and 3, 2, 1, starting. Good evening, Stocktonians and listeners around the world to KXVS.org. It's the Sunday Night Islam Show with your host, Richard Slezak. And we're going to be going over some surahs this evening, a short one, and then kind of a medium length one. Let's get over to the big table and get started. Whoop, don't want to stumble over myself. So here we are. Yeah, we're going to be doing Surah 61, and both the N.J. Dawood 1956 translation and the Glorious Quran. Let's get it over here. Boom. Oh, can we get it over here? Yep, the 1991, but it's the 9th edition, so 2006, 9th edition of a 1991 translation of the Quran. Oh, where are we at? Yeah, here we go. So let me get something to drink here momentarily. I'll be right back. And get this fan set up so we have some air circulation in here. Great. but he left around some good stuff. So I'm utilizing it. Alrighty. Let's get a good time for us to have started. 7:41 p.m. Show start. And we've covered our sponsors and reaching out again to any small Stockton business. We would welcome you here. We'd like to talk you up and, increase your business. So that would increase our business. We are a form thereof. We're nonprofit, but we got to cover our costs realistically. All righty. Got looks to be 7:45 here at the Voice of Stockton, and we're going right in to Surah 61. This was brought forth around 626 Amini Dale. That is 626 years plus 7 or plus 4. After the birth of Jesus Bar Joseph, also known as the Common Era. Alrighty, Surah 61. As-Saf, battle array, revealed at Medina. This surah takes its name from the word al-Saf, which occurs in verse 4, describing the believers who fight for Islam. Heading, in the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. All that is in heaven, the heavens, and all that is in the earth glorifies Allah, and He is the mighty, the wise. O believers, why do you say what you do and not do? Footnote. Some Muslims said that if they had known which action was the most pleasing one to Allah, they would have done it. Upon this, the verse which states that Allah loves those who fight for His cause descended. The fact that some of the Muslims turned away from the Battle of Uhud was the cause of this address and reproach. So this came about 625. It is most odious in Allah's, verse 3, it is most odious in Allah's sight that you should say that which you do not do. Allah loves those who fight for His cause in ranks as if they were a solid structure. And remember when Moses said to his people, O my people, why do you seek to harm me when you know that I am Allah's messenger to you? So when they went astray, Allah let their hearts go astray. Allah does not guide the evildoers. Verse 6, and remember Jesus, son of Mary, who said, O children of Israel, I am the messenger of Allah to you, confirming that which was revealed before me in the Torah, in parentheses, books of Moses, and, continuing, bringing good tidings of a messenger who will come after me, whose name is Ahmad. Yet when he has come to them with clear proofs, they say, this was mere magic. Okay. The sub-footnote, Mohammed, Ahmad being one of his names. And continuing, verse 7, and who is more wicked than the man who invents a falsehood about Allah when called to Islam? Allah does not guide the wrongdoers. Footnote, inventing falsehood about Allah is assigning partners to Him, ascribing son to Him, and calling His signs magic. Verse 8, They seek to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect His light, much as the disbelievers may dislike it. Footnote: religion of Allah will prevail despite the slanders of the disbelievers. Verse 9. He it is who has sent his messages with guidance and the religion of truth, so that he may exalt it above all religions, much as the pagans may dislike it. O believer, shall I show you a commerce that will save you from a painful, show you a commence that will save you from a painful due. You should believe in Allah and His Messenger, and should strive for the cause of Allah with your wealth and your lives. That is better for you if you but knew it. He will forgive you your sins and bring you into gardens watered by running streams. He will lodge you in pleasant mansions and gardens of paradise. That is the supreme triumph. And He will give you another blessing which you love, help from Allah, and imminent victory. Good tidings, in parentheses, O Muhammad, continuing, to believers. Footnote: imminent victory was opening of Makkah to Islam, defeat of the superpower Eastern Rome and Sassanid empires by the Muslims. Verse 14, O believers, be Allah's helpers. When Jesus, son of Mary, said to the disciples, who will come with me to help to the help of Allah, they replied, we are Allah's helpers. And a party of the children of Israel believed while a party disbelieved. Then we strengthened those who believed against their foe, and they became the uppermost. Footnote: believing party is those who believe that Jesus is Allah's creature and His prophet, and that He was uplifted to the heaven. Disbelieving party is those who claim that Jesus is Son of Allah, and He is the chief, and He is the third of the three. Oh. So that's it. It's a short surah. All righty. Now let us establish the time. 7:53 p.m. Surah 61, page 550 through 551. Turk 91 red. Alrighty. Now for the NJ Dawood. And they put this only about a quarter of the way into the book, and he's figuring that which is most important to the explanation of the religion is put forth. So here it is: battle ray, in the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. All that is in heaven and earth gives glory to Allah. He is the mighty, the wise one. Believers, why do you profess what you never do? It is most odious in Allah's sight that you should say one thing and do another. Allah loves those who fight for His cause in ranks as firm as a mighty edifice. Tell of Moses, who said to his people, why do you seek to harm me, my people, when you know that I am sent to you by Allah? And when they went astray, Allah led their very hearts astray. He does not guide the evildoers. And of Jesus, who said to the Israelites, I am sent forth to you by Allah to confirm the Torah already revealed, and to give news of an apostle that will come after me, whose name is Ahmed. Yet when he did miracles before them, they said, this is plain magic. And who is more wicked than the man who invents a falsehood about Allah when called upon to submit to him? Allah does not guide the wrongdoers. They seek to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect his light, much as the unbelievers may dislike it. It is he who has sent his apostle with guidance and the faith of truth, so that he may exalt it above all religions, much as the pagans may dislike it. Believers, shall I point out to you the profitable course that will save you from a woeful scourge? Have faith in Allah and his apostle, and fight for his cause with your wealth and your persons. That will be best for you, if you but knew it. He will forgive you your sins and admit you to gardens watered by running streams. He will lodge you in pleasant mansions in the gardens of Eden. This is the supreme triumph. He will bestow upon you other blessings which you desire, help from Allah and a speedy victory. Proclaim the good tidings to the faithful. Believers, he is Allah's helpers. When Jesus the son of Mary said to the disciples, who will come with me to the help of Allah, they replied, we are Allah's helpers. Some of the Israelites believed in him, while others did not. We aided the believers against their enemies, and they triumphed over them. All righty, that was Surah 61. What time are we getting here? It looks like 7:57 p.m. Surah 61. And, oh yeah, page 104, 105, N.J. Dawood, and to fight for Islam, post Battle of Uhud, motivate believers, and further words about what's said by and those words are pretty much insertions as something new hadn't been in the Gnostic, but the Gnostic opened up the possibility for it, in that Jesus Bar Joseph, not being the Son of God, but merely just another prophet, opened up things for an additional prophet. So, or not quite being God. There's various forms that the Gnostics came forth with. Let's do a proper time check here of the apparatus utilizing all three computers. Wing, wing. It is 8 p.m. You are webtuned to the voice, KXVS.org, part of the Voice of Stockton. I am Richard Slezak, your host of the Sunday Night Islam Show. We're doing surahs this evening of the Medinan era, 626, 627, about to get to Surah 37. With that, whoopsie, these cords like to snag. That went pretty quick. Now, we're going to go into Surah 37. It's not that lengthy of a surah. It's got a lot of verses, though. And again, it's the next Meccan surah. And these are laid out in chronological order. Not in the Quran, but they're known. Their chronological order is known. So, again, going back to the 1991, 9th edition, 2006, the glorious Quran, it's As-Safat, those who set the ranks, revealed at Makkah. What the heck? If it's revealed at Mecca, what am I reading it for? Asafah takes its name from the word in the first verse. This reference is the first three verses is to the angels, as it makes clear by verse 164 1 through 166, where the revealing angel speaks in person. Tradition says that soothsayers and astrologers throughout the East were bewildered as the time of the prophet's coming by the appearance in the heavens of a comet, and many meteors which baffled all their science and made them afraid to sit at night on high peaks to watch the stars, as was their general custom. They told inquirers that their familiars could no longer guide them, being themselves completely at a loss and terrified. Well, this is strange, because 37, let me check my files. It does say for me to read it, but oh my. There's the late Meccan. Not listed in my late Meccan. Middle Meccan. There's my Medinan early. Ugh. That's pretty strange. Because I'm going to keep looking at this. See, I got Surah 2 back there, and I got 179. Verse 180, I got 180 verses in here. Shucks, I'm not listing my, that sure is strange, but, you know, I don't have this listed under my late, it says 37 verses, but okay. Yep. I got 37 listed under. Alrighty. Well, some translators called it Meccan, others called it Medinan. So we're going to go ahead and call it Medinan. And that I have yet to read it. And as my understanding, it's a Medinan surah. So there's 36. Well, no. $35, 35, and we're going to go right to 37. There it is. Those who set the ranks. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful, by those who set the ranks in battle order, and those who drive away the wicked and with reproof, and those who read the word for a reminder, truly your Lord is one. Lord of heavens and of earth, and all that is in between them, the Lord is of the sun's risings. Footnote: Allah is the Lord of everything that exists, the heavens and the earth and all between them. He is the Lord of Mashriq, of every point at the rising of the sun. As the commentators tell us, there are in the solar year only two equinoctial days when the sun rises in the east. On every other, the sun rises at a shifting point, either north or south of the east. Verse 6, Lo, we have adorned the lowest heaven with an ornament, the planets. We protect it with security from every fraud devil, toward every devil. They cannot listen to the higher chiefs, for they are pelted from every side. Outcast, and theirs is a perpetual torment. Save him who snatches a fragment, and there pursues him a piercing flame. Then ask them, O Muhammad, are they stronger as a creation or those whom we created? Truly, we created them of sticky clay. Nay, you do marvel when they mock, and when they are reminded, they heed not, and they seek to scoff when they behold a portent. And they said, this is mere magic. When we are dead and have become dust and bones, shall we then, forsooth, he raised again? And our forefathers say, O Muhammad, yes, in truth, and you will be brought low. There is but one shout, and behold, they begin to see, and say, ah, woe for us, this is the day of judgment, this is the day of separation, which you used to deny. And it is said unto the angels, assemble those who did wrong, together with their wives, and what they used to worship, instead of Allah, and lead them to the path to hell, and stop them, for they must be questioned. Oh boy. 8:12 here at the Voice of Stockton. Okay, that was verse 24. Don't want to go jumping. Verse 25. Why do you not assist one another? Nay, but this day they make full submission, and some of them draw near unto others, mutually questioning. They say, lo, you used to come unto us at the right hand of authority, swearing that you spoke the truth. They answer, nay, but you yourselves were not believers. We had no power over you, but you were wayward folk. Now the word of our Lord has been fulfilled concerning us. Assuredly, we are about to taste the punishment. Thus, we misled you. Truly, we were ourselves astray. Surely, on that day, they both are sharers in the doom. Lo, thus we deal with the guilty. For when it was said unto them, there is no God save Allah, they were scornful. Footnote, selfish arrogance was the seed of sin and rebellion. Surah 2, verse 34, and Surah 27, verses 39. It is the kind of arrogance which prevents man from mending his life and conduct. When he speaks of ancestral ways or public opinion or national honor, he is usually thinking of himself or of a small clique which thrives on injustice. The recognition of Allah, the one true God, as the only standard of life and conduct, the eternal reality, cuts out self and is therefore disagreeable to sin. If false gods are imagined, who themselves would have weaknesses that fit in with sin, they give countenance to evil, and it becomes difficult to give them up unless Allah's grace comes to our assistance. And they say, shall we forsake our gods for a mad poet? Nay, he brought the truth, and he confirmed those sent before him. Now, verily, you taste the painful doom. You are acquitted not save what you did. Save single-minded slaves of Allah. For them there is a known provision. Fruits, and they will be honored in the gardens of delight, on couches facing one another. A cup from a gushing spring is brought round for them, while delicious to the drunkards, wherein there is no headache, nor are they made mad thereby. Oh, white delicious to the drinkers. And with them are those of modest gaze and with lovely eyes. Those are women. Pure in parentheses, as though they were hidden eggs in parentheses of the ostrich. Continuing, and some of them draw near unto others, mutually questioning. A speaker of them said, Lo, I had a comrade. Footnote: the companion was a skeptic who laughed at religion and the hereafter. How the tables are now turned. The devout man backed up his faith with a good life and is now in bliss. The other was a cynic and made a mess of his life and is now burning in the fire. Verse 52. Who used to say, are you in truth of those who put faith, in parentheses, in his words? Verse 53. Can we, when we are dead and have become mere dust and bones, can we then verily be brought back to book, in parentheses, or shall we indeed receive rewards and punishments? Verse 54. He said, will you look? 55. Then looks he and sees him in the depth of hell. He said, by Allah, you verily did all but cause my ruin. And had it not been for the favor of my Lord, I too had been of those brought forth to doom. Are we then not to die, saving our former death, and we are not to be punished? Truly, this is the supreme triumph. For the like of this, then let the workers work. It is better as a welcome, or the tree of Zakun. And footnote, this better use of hell is a symbol to contrast with the beautiful gardens of heaven and with its disclosed fruits. Okay, verse 63. We have appointed it a torment by voting for wrongdoers. Surely it is a time that grows in the heart of hell. Its cup, it is it as it were the heads of devils, and they verily must eat thereof, and fulfill their bellies therewith. Footnote, the parable of fruits and drinks is the contracted fortunes of the good and the evil, is further, oh my, clubbervated in, okay, look up chapter 47, Surah 47, verse 15, where the living water gives to the oil one's cut up in their entrails. Verse 67, and afterward, thereupon, they have a drink of boiling water. And afterward, their return is surely unto hell. They indeed found their fathers astray, but they make him to follow in their knowledge, in their footsteps, and reply, most of the men and of the men of old went astray before them. And verily we sent among you the companion. And verily most of the men of old went astray before them. And verily we can among ourselves. And verse 73, then are the set of, and okay, set of, then as the creature, as the nature of the consequence for does wrong, save single-minded slaves of Allah. Footnote. Be there is always ahead of grace and showered men who were serving Allah and higher yields, highest spiritual life is to be open shame. Knows the sun reverses when, well, at $37 a month. As above, workers who put up with the pay in Stockton, the differences between the fines of the reparations and of their unwillingness between him and Nina verily paved it to us. Here's a footnote. That was after 75. The story of Noah occurs in many places, being that pious is that when met and God themselves is there. And when we used to save word to get him reelected into the House. My. Well, what time we getting to have? 8:25. We're in the last quarter. And we made his seed the survivors, and we left for him among the latter folk the salvation. Peace be unto Noah among the peoples. Thus do we reward the doers of good. Truly he is one of our believing slaves. Then we did drown the others. Okay. Where'd that go? I'm going to get it. Oh. Okay, continuing. And we made him see his seed, the survivors, and we left for him among the latter folk the salvation. Thus do we reward the doers of good. Truly he is one of our believing slaves. Then we did drown the others, and surely from his party was Abraham. Footnote: the main story will be found in Surah 21, 51 through 73. But the episode about his readiness and that of his sons to submit to the most extreme form of self-sacrifice under trail in verses 102 through 107 below is told here for the first time, as this surah deals with the theme, not my will but thine be done, and followed his way. The pronoun his refers to Noah, he of verse 81. Okay, verse 84, when he came unto his Lord with a whole heart, when he said to his father and his folk, what is it that you worship? It is a falsehood, gods besides Allah that you desire. False worship, worship of idols or sin or symbols or Mormon or self is due either to blue and deepening conceptions of Allah or to a sort of make-believers where practice is inconsistent. Then going down here further, what then is your opinion of the Lord of the worlds? And he glanced a glance as the sun. Verse 89, then said, I feel sick. Okay. He said, worship you that which you yourselves a slave. When Allah has created you and what you make, then say, build up for him a bulldozing son who flagged right along the Lodi city limits. Okay. Verse 98. And they designated a man for him, but he made them outnumbered. Verse 99, and he said, lo, I am praying unto my Lord, we will be all right. Okay, footnote. This was the flight of Ahasan. He left his, people and his land because the truth was, oh man, that's getting hard to read. Let's see. He worked his way out of it. He trusted himself to Allah's or make Allah's guidance better. Okay, line 100. My Lord, grant us one of the studio microphones. My Lord, grant me one of regimes. So we gave him up tidings to where he wanted to go. So he gave him past today, but claims he's a pauper. That's okay. Oh my. Okay, continuing. Continuing on verse 119. Let me do a time check here. 8:32, verse 119, Surah 37. Okay. And we help them as they may become good soldiers and citizens. We gave, and last summer we gave, and I don't see where we have a clear giving tray over there. Let's spray some gunshot. There's 110 and 2507. Let's just go shoot up both places. This is how it went. Verse 103. Then why did they lift their hind leg up? All that was, she was half sober. Thus, when the battle begun, I think they were dressed in the Nehru jackets for a purpose. Okay. And we verily gave grace unto Moses and Aaron, and saved them and their people from the great duress. We help those that have left progress at home, academic, and we gave them the clear scripture and showed them the right path, and we left for them among other things. Well, I hope I do too. All right, all right, all right. Hate to tell you this, people. Allah, your Lord and the Lord of your forefathers, that was 126. But they denied him, so they surely will be called up for the doom. Save single-minded slaves of Allah, and we left for him among the latter folk the salutation. Okay, 8:32, we were at 119, so we're continuing. Peace be unto Elias. Surely thus we do we reward the doers of good. Truly he is one of our believing slaves, and Lot verily was of those sent to warn. Footnote: the best illustration of this passage about Lot will be found in verse 7, Surah 7, 80 through 84. He was a prophet and sent to Sodom and Gomorrah, cities of the plain by the Dead Sea. The inhabitants were given over to abominable crimes against which he preached. Verse 134. When we saved him and his household, everyone, save an old woman among those who stayed behind. Then we destroyed the others, and you do verify pass by the reign of them in the morning. And at nighttime have you then no more, no sense? Verse 139, and Jonah verily was of those sent, in parentheses, to warn. For illustrative passages, see Surah 21, 87, 88, and 67, 48 through 50. Jonah's mission was to the city of Nineveh, then attempt to do wickedness. He was rejected, and he denounced Allah's worth, for he had seen and looked up some code website results. Not as pretty as it looks. The shamed president's legislation, both Jonah, his worth, and suspecting and forgetting that Allah has mercy as well as forgiveness. Verse 140. When we fled unto the latter ships, and when they drew low, it was whiteout. Okay, 149. Now ask them, O Muhammad, has your Lord's daughters, whereas they have not? Verse 50. Or created as the angels' families who they were possessed. Lo, is it of their backgrounds that they go situation and we are the eighth families. Okay. Okay, let's page 8. Oh my. 451. Okay, I give up on that one. And the fish swallowed him while he was blameworthy. The rivers of Mesopotamia have some huge fallacies. The word used to be the word, then corporate word, and level. They got something like that, which may be a fish or perhaps a crocodile, if it is aware, or in an open port auditorium. Son A might not be as long. The locality is one mentioned, one night, and 1 inch night. Okay, verse 143. And had he not been one of those who glorify Allah, he would have tarried in its belly till all the day when they were removed. The west him no longer scurry back to the waist guns. When we cast him as a dessert, there will be big red sticks, and we caused a tree of gourd to give above him, and we sent him. We asked them, O Muhammad, has your Lord 3 daughters, where they may soul live? Or create we the audio folks up at UOP? I got my wife, money's burning in her pocket. Okay. He has preferred daughters to sons. Okay. And that's page 450. Okay. Well, it looks like we got 843, and we're at verse 154, so not a lot of reading left then. (154), page 451, and I'll put resume /start again. Alrighty. Clearly, they're not Christians. That's one thing that can be said about this reading. His readings of this evening. Okay, let's see how this thing went out on the audition. Oh, it looks pretty good. Alrighty. Shutting off the recorded portion of the show. This has been KXVS.org, the Sunday Night Islam show for October 7th. Alrighty, good evening again, folks. And I'm just going to return it to normal programming. We have 8:43 here at the Voice of Stockton.
This is Barbara Berrigan-Perea with Delta Flows, a radio show by the Voice of Stockton and Restore the Delta.
Okay, and I am also going to go forth, and I'm going to be shutting off the YouTube and the Facebook.
Quality, farming, history and culture,